runway 13 left, clear takeoff. On that door set, 13 left, clear takeoff. Cross midfield at 2000, 7 as requested.
I've been cross midfield at 2000, clear to the Bravo. You guys cross to 0 Bravo.
0 Golf Romeo, clear contact 6 miles, north of Bravo. Southwest 3799, contact home start departure.
Departure Southwest 3799.
Southwest 2554 left there, you up and ready?
Yes,
Southwest 2554, guys, coming check, 24 mile, final R at the door set, running 13 left, clear for takeoff, wind 15011, gust 17.
on door set, 13 left.
Hello everyone, I apologize for the audio issues. We're in kind of a weird setup today because of the potential rain here at Dallas Love Field. So let me take another minute or two to put things that don't belong out here in the car, and I'll be right back with you for the start of this edition of Runway DFW from Dallas Love Field.
Running 13 left, clear to land.
Runway 13 left, Southwest 2590.
Southwest 2554, contact lone start departure.
Depart Southwest 2554. Tower Southwest 2090, visual.
Southwest 2366 left there, running 13 left, clear to land, wind 1608, gust 17.
Alright, clear to land 13 left, Southwest 20.
Southwest 2590, turn right, Mike 3, contact her.
Right, Mike 3 ground, Southwest 2590, talk to you later.
River 1, Southwest 3 out of the brother expect.
Clear out of his back, Bravo 0 Golf Romeo.
Coming to you in Filmo Sound, live from Dallas Love Field in Texas. It is Walt with you for this edition of Runway DFW in color. We're only 9 minutes behind schedule.
Southwest 2366, that is affirmative, running 13 left, clear to land. November 0 Golf Romeo, be a participant at your discretion. Arrow 1 Whiskey Papa.
And there was something I forgot. I didn't put my phone. I didn't attach it to the tripod, so I can't see what the planes are. So you're going to have to give me one more minute, and I think this will take care of it. And I'm back. Yeah, let me explain to you. I have a camera or a phone mount on my tripod, which I attach my phone so that I can see Flight Radar 24 as I'm talking to you. And without that, I'm kind of lost. So, welcome to Runway DFW once again. And yeah, here's the thing. We're coming to you live from Dallas Love Field today because the conditions over at, the conditions in North Texas, weather-wise, are such that it's a little iffy as far as weather goes at DFW Airport. So we're gonna try to come to you here. We have a covered parking here at the Dallas Love Field garage. Let me unstick this tripod. And there's our first arrival of the day. This is a sticky tripod, isn't it?
Airport transition approved. 0
This plane just touching down from Panama City, Florida. A flight of about an hour and a half, a 737-700. Just read today that Southwest is retiring more of its 737-700s. Those are the oldest planes in its fleet. Now, for those of you who don't know, is that in focus? For those of you who don't know, Southwest flies exclusively the 737 type of aircraft. They've got 700s, 800s, and MAX 8s right now, I believe is. And so as they get more MAX 8s in their fleet, they're retiring more of these 700s. This one is 20 or 19 years old, this plane is.
Cleared out of and back into the Bravo airspace to the east. Cleared out of and back into the Bravo.
All right, let's thank Smoke and Slice Barbecue for being a Tri-Jet member for 7 months now. Thank you, Smoke and Slice, over there in Louisiana. So the weather is, I think currently, let me look at the old radar here. There's a cell to the northeast of us right now, and some stuff coming in from the west. We are on the east side of Dallas Love Field. Let me see if we can give you the picture where we are here. I'm going to have to adjust this before I show it to you, if it even is... Oh, I didn't plug it back in. Stand by. We have flight radar available to us. Oh no, did I do that? I hope you're still there. There's flight radar. I've got to make some fine tuning on that before I show it to you. Hold on here. I know things seem a little out of sorts today, don't they?
Southwest 3092 left there. You up and ready? Yeah, we'll be ready. Southwest 3093, wind 1607, north empty door set.
Okay, so there now is the flight radar for Dallas Love Field. We are on the east side, as you can see. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but we're on the east side. There's only two runways, one on the west side and one on the east side. We're on the east side. We can't really see activity on the west side except for perhaps some takeoffs, which we will see as we can dial them in.
Charlie 0 Golf Romeo, contact approach 124.3, good day.
124.3, 0 Golf Romeo.
Here's a Southwest plane cooling its jets as it waits for a gate at the terminal. We have a plane getting ready to take off. Flight 3093 going to Las Vegas, a 737-700. And that's how that works. We're in what they call south flow. So the planes are taking off to the south. Well, technically to the southeast, as you can see here. That's how the runways are aligned. Let's see, we've got some things to... I've got, first of all, I guess I need to turn off the standby. Wait, what's going on there? Oh, I know what's happening. Hang on. All right, so first of all, let me say thank you to Jennifer Rutherford, a channel member, with a $5 super chat. Hey, Walt, do you plan on streaming from McKinney Airport, TKI, when they finish building the terminal next year? My mom lives in Plano, so she's excited. I bet there's a lot of people excited about that. We've talked about that new airport here in the metropolitan area in McKinney, which is to the northeast of here. And yeah, I definitely plan to broadcast there. I hope to that they'll let us. Now, initially, I don't think there'll be a lot of traffic there, but it'll certainly be interesting to see. Now, they do have general aviation traffic in addition to what they hope to have as commercial airlines, and it's been reported that the McKinney Airport folks have been in talks with Avelo Airlines, or is it Avelo? I'm never sure about that. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Let's see, who else is here with us? Dale Helton, channel member. Hello, Dale. Ken Schmidt, one of our mods. Hello, Ken. Thank you for being here tonight. Texas Girl is here, I see. Mike Cruz says, did you see there was a fire and evacuation at Detroit International Airport after an American 737 rejected takeoff? I did not see that. I'm assuming everybody's all right. Kagan Gorham says hello. John Finnegan III, what time did you start the feed? Well, we started the feed, I believe, right at 7, although we didn't get on the air, or I didn't start speaking until about 7 after, because we had some audio problems and other technical issues. There's the skyline of downtown Dallas, of which we have a nice clear view, and we'll get some nice evening shots as long as our signal holds out. So far, so good. Here's where we are. We are on the 6th level of parking garage number C here at Dallas Love Field. Where's this plane? Oh.
901, turn left at the end into the ramp with me. Have a good night. I will do that.
It's a JSX, which apparently just landed. Should be an Embraer 145, I believe that is. But I don't see it on the radar. Oh, there it is. Flight 901 coming in from Taos. Taos? Taos. It's only one syllable, Walt. Taos, New Mexico. After an hour and 47-minute flight. Number 145. And there's the JSX hangar right over there. Forgive me if I'm not caught up on all the messaging so far. Michael Fortner, fun fact, JSX has Starlink on board. So, assuming it's all working, they could be watching themselves right now on Runway DFW. Rich Carlisle checking in from a rainy Indiana, and we, before we get through, we could be seeing some rain here in the Dallas area. Travel Vegas is not in Vegas. They are in Hermiston, Oregon, and I believe I can say with authority that we've never had a viewer checking in from Hermiston, Oregon. At least not on our website. We have Southwest Flight 3861. It is a MAX 8 going to LaGuardia. And it is there approaching the center of your shot. It'll be taking off just a second here. It's cooled down a bit. According to my watch, it's 89 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got 63% humidity. It was up when I was out earlier today doing some pasture mowing. It was definitely hotter in the sun. I think we got up to above 100 degrees. I don't know if we did officially.
36-1, Roger, wind 1509.
So taking off now on runway 13 left is what we are overlooking here. And if you're just tuning in and you're expecting, where are the, where's all the American Airlines planes? We're at Dallas Love Field. American Airlines does not fly here. It is almost exclusively served by Southwest Airlines commercially. Southwest and JSX, which is a scheduled charter carrier. Now, Delta also operates out of here, and as we were furiously setting things up, one of their flights went out to Atlanta. They just have flights to Atlanta from here currently. Delta does, and it is the rarely seen Boeing 717. And I think they're the only American operator of that aircraft aside from Hawaiian. It is essentially a modernized version of what started life as a DC-9. Storm Chaser Mark with a $10 super chat. Mark is a member, and thank you, Storm Chaser Mark, for your support of the channel. Appreciate that. Let's see if the old flight radar can inform us as to what we're looking at here. This ought to be Southwest 4229. being pushed back. It is going to Nashville. It is a 737-700. This is a 23-year-old plane. And again, Southwest is in the process of retiring its fleet of 737s. Shiner Buggy 94 says my brother works at Southwest. J.L. Acorta is checking in from Anna, Texas. Armand Ken Schmidt says Hawaiian Air has Starlink as well. Fastest internet I've ever used, including my home. Wow. Well, I don't have particularly fast internet at my home either. We live in a rural area which is cable free. It is fiber free. So we've got to get our home internet off of a cell tower nearby. And we've been living with that for quite a while now, and it works. I'm happy to say it works real well. We can watch 4K TV and all that kind of stuff. Southwest Flight 48 from Houston, from Houston Hobby Airport, one of a number of Houston flights we get from both Hobby and from George Bush Intercontinental Airport, is getting ready to touch down. This will be a MAX 8. If you're new to Runway DFW, don't be shy. Hope you'll say hello in the chat if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you can't say hello in the chat. So I hope you'll consider that. Subscription is free. Don't charge you a penny for that. Not one thin dime. And if you're used to the pace, the tempo of operations at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, you'll notice things are a little bit more laid back here. Not as many flights.
Tower, 4881. Up Tower, Southwest 3100.
Now this is a MAX 8. You'll notice that on the engine nacelles, just to the right of where it says southwest.com, as we look at it, I can't zoom in anymore on this particular camera, but there's like a chevron pattern, a kind of zigzag pattern on the back of the engines, and that's one way to determine the difference between a MAX 8 and a regular 737 800 or 700. And the same style of engine is used on the Boeing Dreamliners. So that's a tell. New subscriber, Greg Clevenger, if I read that right. Good to see you, Greg. Nanny Needles, one of our channel members, with a good Saturday evening from Michigan, the Wolverine state. Is that right? I think that's right. No, wait. I may have that wrong.
Left tower, Challenger 695, Bravo Alpha, we have the visual 13 left.
Challenger 695, Bravo Alpha. left
I hope
tower.
later on in the
21,
broadcast we'll see IMUA 1, the Southwest Hawaiian livery. It came in again as we were setting up here tonight. We were here for its debut appearance at Dallas Love Field last year sometime. Here comes Flight 3100 from El Paso, another 737-700.
Challenger traffic on a 4-mile funnel, running 13 left, line up away.
13 left, line up away, Southwest 4229.
Southwest 3100, turn right, Mike 3, what's the gate?
Mike 3 going to gate 3, Southwest 3100.
Alright, gate 3 is occupied. Contact ground 1 off.
Go to ground, Southwest 3100.
So this aircraft does not go long, as our friends at
wind 1508, on at the door set, running 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Airline Videos Live say.
4229.
But as you might have heard, the gate it is hoping to take off or to dock in is not currently available. Southwest Flight 4229 is going to Nashville, and it is now rolling down 13 left.
Southwest 2281, low tower, hold soon, hold short, running 13 left.
Alright, hold short, runway 13 left, Southwest 2281.
Wild blue yonder time for that one. Southwest Flight 2281 is going to Orlando, Florida, and it is next in line to take off, but not before.
Runway 13 left, line boy, Southwest 2281.
Southwest 4229, contact on start departure.
Southwest 4229.
This Bombardier Challenger 300 touches down. And again, there's just one runway for both arrivals and departures here
3100, you still up?
on the east side and on the west side.
November 5 Bravo Alpha, I need you to turn left on Alpha 3, then contact ground 3 to bring it back across.
Alright, make sure Alpha. Alright, left on Alpha 3, 5 Bravo Alpha.
Southwest 2281, RNAV to door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff, coming traffic 2 mile final, no delay.
RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff, no delay, Southwest 2281.
Southwest 3873, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Runway 13 left, Southwest 3873.
Well, here goes the flight to Orlando.
Southwest 309 left there, runway 13 left, clear to land. Southwest 2281, contact on start departure.
Depart Southwest 2281.
Plane Crazy Mikey says there's a new Pacific Boeing 757 over there. Came in from Roswell, New Mexico. Is that what that is? See if we can. Oh, yeah. Indeed it is. You may remember this airline. It was a startup airline which was from what maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I know that Kevin of Airline Videos Live did a special presentation about this airline back by its original name, which was Northern Pacific. And I think it was the railroad by that name didn't like that, so they had to change their name to New Pacific. And their initial goal was to have flights from the U.S. to the Far East by way of Anchorage, Alaska.
3135 left there, 31 to left.
And so their plan was to have to create kind of a destination in Anchorage, kind of the way Iceland Air or Icelandic, I can't remember which one, has made inexpensive flights to Europe back in the day by way of Reykjavik. But the business plan didn't work out. They never really started that operation. They got as far as, I think, flying from Oakland, California to Las Vegas on a very irregular basis. And that was that. And now I think they're just doing charter flights. New Pacific is. So this plane came in from Colorado Springs, 737-700, which is, I believe, still the most widely used variant of 737s in the Southwest fleet. A couple of Southwest planes parked in front of me. They are waiting for their gates. That's one of them. Airline Videos. That is Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Is there a good barbecue place near Love Field? There is one just to the south, at the right adjacent to the entrance of Dallas Love Field. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. Let me consult my map here. I ate there once and it was good. I don't know if I'd consider it I don't know if it's hard ate quality, or not quality, but doesn't have that same reputation, I don't think. But anyway, what I'm talking about is called Heim, H-E-I-M barbecue. And again, it's just on Mockingbird Lane, just to the east of the entrance to Love Field. Another 737-700, this one coming in from Charlotte, the American Airlines hub.
Southwest 3135, and right Mike 2, contact me.
Mike 2 ground today, Southwest 3135.
There's Josh, channel member and moderator, said we were delayed an hour getting back to Oklahoma City due to storms just south of DFW Airport. And so you're looking there to the south of Dallas Love Field Airport.
You have this permission, Mike? November 88, Mike 4 there, yep.
Airline Videos asked no hard 8 near Love Field. I'm not aware of all their locations. I think most of their locations are suburban. I know there's one in the Colony, which is nowhere near Love Field. And in fact, the one in Coppell, which you are familiar with, is a lot closer than that. But yeah, if you just wanted to, if you were for some reason, Kevin, at Love Field, and you wanted to get to Hard 8, I'm sorry, if you wanted to get to Heim, a very short cab ride or Uber ride would get you there. Craig Russell says, Airline Videos, today is LA Plane Spotter's Rudy birthday. So if Rudy is watching, we want to wish you a happy birthday. Well, we certainly want to do that. And we will do that in the only way we know how to do. With a song. With a song. Okay. Our song player is...
1738, turn right, Mike 2, contact ground.
I thought we had some music earlier. Did we not?
Southwest 1705, left air. You could be next to close to and hold short, 21 to left. Verify you have permission, Mike.
We have Mike, up to and hold short of 13.
There we go. So Rudy, and to everybody who's got a birthday today, this week, this month, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rudy. And hope your dad's doing okay after surgery. That was Elevage Flight Travel. On its way to Austin, Texas, a Beechcraft Premier 1.
Take off 13 left, turn at Dorset, Southwest 1705.
Getting ready to blast off here from 13 left at Dallas Love Field is Flight 1705, 737-700 going to Little Rock, Arkansas on Runway DFW live at Dallas Love Field. Well, thank you so much for that $10 super chat, Kevin. Don't forget, Kevin will be back at LAX tomorrow at noon Central Time. I guess that's 10 a.m. Pacific time, if I have my calculations all calculated. And thanks again, Kevin, for stopping by. My autofocus is getting hammered by those light poles. This is flight 2581 southwest from Nashville, Max 8. I've got to rebalance this tripod.
Low tower, Charlie 0 Golf Romeo, just departed 16 at Addison, 1,200, climbing 2,000, going to do a short tour.
Service 120 Golf Romeo left tower, altimeter 2993, ident.
2993 and ident 0 Golf Romeo.
0 Golf Romeo, radar contact just south of Addison, altimeter indicates 1,300, fixing in the back Bravo. Please go to short tour.
Altitude checks, cleared in the Bravo and affirmative short tour.
Alright, 0 Golf Romeo, right for cross for the top of digital, let's see down.
Crosswood Field 2,000, 0 Golf Romeo.
Good evening, Big Shot 10, visual 1. Big Shot 10, 89 miles per hour, runway 13 is left. Continue traffic on position. Big Shot 10.
This tripod is still out of balance.
3271 left tower, back release, quality hold short, runway 13 left.
Go up and hold short at 13 left, up with
3271, traffic on a 4 mile final, runway 13 left, line of weight.
13 left, line up and wait, 7 Skyway traffic.
Yeah, I'm going to have to work on that focus there. As we welcome Flight 1670 from Baltimore, Washington International Airport, a 737-800. Texas Girl, our buddy, our pal, and Quad Jet Channel member, sends one gift membership. Thank you so much, Texas Girl. The new member being Salt Lake City Flights. So thank you so much. Brandon Rabbit wants to know what's the biggest plane that can land here at Dallas Love Field. Well, once upon a time, it would not be unusual to see 747s landing and taking off here. Now, I haven't seen that recently, although I have seen, in recent years, Air Force One has come into this airport. The last time Air Force One was in the vicinity, at least the 747 version of Air Force One, it landed at Dallas Love Field, and we were here to bring you that, but can land here. It's definitely not as long of a runway, but operationally it can be done.
Departure.
Departure, Southwest 3271.
We'd like to thank Hagler17 for gifting a Runway DFW membership. Thank you, Hagler17, who's a channel member, and Shed Time, who worked at Southwest for 35 years, with a $10 super chat. Thank you for bringing back great memories. Thank you, folks. Let's see here, where's the menu?
0 Golf Romeo, VFR descent, your discretion.
VFR descent, our discretion, 0 Golf Romeo.
And just doing a little focus work there. Yeah, I got a lot going on. What is Texas Girl asking me? Let's see. I didn't recognize the new member at the beginning. Did I not? Well, let me see if I can rectify that.
Southwest 2298 left tower, runway 13 left, line point.
Well, I didn't pop this in. I'm sorry about that. Josh, who's already been a member here for 27 months. Thank you so much. Josh is one of our quad jet members and probably among our initial quad jet members, and also a moderator. So thank you so much, Josh Aldrich. I did not mean to overlook your milestone.
Southwest 331 is Stock D and
331 left tower, runway 13 left, continue company traffic in position.
Continue 13 left.
Southwest 2298 RNAV north set, runway 13 left, for takeoff, wind 140 at 8.16.
RNAV north set, take up 13 left, Southwest 2298.
This is flight 2688, just came in from Birmingham, Alabama. After an hour and 21 minute flight, it's a 737-700. Plane about ready to take off here.
2157 left tower, runway 13 left, line of void.
Get that in sight. I do believe someone has either gifted a lot of memberships or somebody, or a lot of people are signing up for some reason. I'll get to that in a second here. Let's see what I'm missing here. Mark A44 is a new twin jet member. Thank you, Mark. Plane Crazy Mikey, channel members, has gifted a 1 membership, and O'Malley, our moderator and quad jet and channel member, has sent 5 Runway DFW gift memberships. So we've got new members: Trident Can Aviation from O'Malley, John Bowman from O'Malley, Tube J80 is a new member courtesy of O'Malley, Darth Bryan is a member courtesy of O'Malley, and Crypto McFurdy got a gift membership from O'Malley, and Ian Zane was gifted a membership by Plane Crazy Mikey. So pretty cool. Thank you so much. And Hagler 17 has upgraded their membership to a quad jet, our highest level. And let's see. That one kind of escaped our attention. Twas flight 2157 going to Atlanta, 737-800. Sean Sakayi, a channel member, saying hello all the way from scenic Garland, Texas. Southwest flight number 114 going to Fort Lauderdale is poised for takeoff.
124.3. 124.3, Zero Golf Romeo.
I think. Do we see it down there? Oh, there it is. It's a 737-800, and then behind it is Southwest 3667 going to Denver, another 737-800. So we've got a couple planes getting ready to take off, but they've got to wait for some planes to land now. Flight 331 from Albuquerque is first in line. 737-700.
13 left, continue traffic, make all position.
Continue, top of 73.
Southwest 331, turn right. Mike 3, if you can make it, hustle down to Mike 2, company traffic on a mile and a half on them.
Southwest 321.
Southwest 331, what's your gate? 20.
Imua 1.
Southwest 331, contact ground went off.
Ground, Southwest 321.
Once again, we saw that livery for the first time it arrived here at Dallas Love Field, the home of Southwest Airlines. That was last year sometime. That was fun to see the first time. It was at night. And it should be headed out. I don't know if it's going over to the east side for takeoff.
114 left tower.
Got another arrival, this one from Milwaukee.
Crossing downfield. 13 left, left point, Southwest 114.
Seven 737-800, flight 3329.
3329, turn right, Mike 3, what's your gate?
Mike 3, Bravo 8.
Southwest 29, contact ground went off.
Bravo 8, sorry. Tower Southwest 682 on whiskey 13 left.
And Sean Sakayi celebrating 16 months of membership. Thank you so much. Okay, flight 114 to Fort Lauderdale is now ready to go. There it is.
Southwest 682 on whiskey 13 left.
Southwest 682 left tower, runway 13 left, continue traffic will be in position.
Some fellow plane spotters here looking out over the parapet along with me.
Southwest 114, contact left for departure. We'll see you, Southwest 114.
Linda Kavinsky, oh no, I am safe and sound at home, lost a hubcap somewhere. I hate when that happens. John Mock says, hi peeps. We had T-storms 30 minutes ago. Pardon? Well, thank you. Just a second. Let me get this out of the way here.
Mike 3 over ground, Southwest 108.
This plane arriving from Memphis, 737-700. Hello. Oh, well, thank you. I'm Walt. Nice to meet you. Oh, well, thank you so much.
82, runway 13 left,
Well, let's say hello to these guys. Hang on, let me.
22, 23
And
left,
you're
tower,
on.
runway
Wait a
13 left,
minute.
continue traffic will be in
No,
position.
and you're on. Now you're on. Hello.
2431 left tower, pull up
Thanks
to
for
hold
saying
short,
hello.
runway
Oh, great.
I'm relaxed to watch airplanes in the evening.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks. Oh, that's nice. Saying hello.
Southwest 3667, cut down those for departure.
EJ says I just passed my PPL check ride today in Decatur. Time to sit back and enjoy the show. Well, I wish I knew exactly what that meant. I think it's aviation related though. So congratulations.
Southwest 2431 left tower, runway 13 left minus point, cover traffic on a 4 mile base.
5 away, 13 left, Southwest 2431.
Southwest 682, turn right, Mike 3 if you can make that. If not, no delay to Mike 2. And what's your gate?
All right, so Mike 3, and we go into gate 3, 682.
Southwest 682, 3 is pushed back now, contact ground 1 off.
So let's welcome you to Dallas Love Field, Runway DFW at Dallas Love Field on this Saturday.
Southwest 2431,
My name is
70
Walt, and I
3 mile
welcome you
final,
to
wind
our
140 at 9er, our outdoor set, runway
little
13
extravaganza
left,
here. We are coming to you live from the parking garage C,
Southwest 2223, runway 13 left.
overlooking beautiful downtown Dallas.
Southwest 2242 left tower, pull up 2, hold short, runway 13 left.
Pull up 2 and hold short of 13 left, Southwest 2242.
We may have some rain coming up, but haven't seen it yet here in this part of the world.
Love tower, is at 849, vision 13 left. Going
That's why we're here tonight, because South Love Field affords us an opportunity to be covered in the rain.
Southwest 2431, contact low for departure.
Over Southwest 1331.
BG, hello from down the street on Mockingbird and Abrams. Can see the Southwest flights east of my house at night. We can see flight 2223 from Louisville coming in here. Tilt up, Walt.
Southwest 2242, traffic on a 4 mile final citation, runway 13 left, line of wait.
Out of away, 13 left, Southwest 2242.
Southwest 2223, turn right, Mike 3 if you can make that, and if not, hustle down to Mike 2. What's your gate?
We got Mike 3 going to number 9.
Headed to gate 9.
2223, gate 9 is occupied, contact ground 1 off.
Well, gate 9 is occupado. Kevin, you are right. I do need goodie bags. I don't mean to copy you, but I do acknowledge the fact that that's a really good idea. And I did get some stickers made, and I have to bundle them with something else, and so I'm working on that. But thank you for that suggestion, Kevin, and for kind of pioneering that whole thing of you know, giving viewers something that come and say hello to you. It's a really great thing, and I know the fans love it. Anna, the dispatcher. Walt, I just remembered that my 2-year anniversary at Southwest Airlines was 2 days ago. Well, happy anniversary to you, Anna. Christian Ortiz, I love Dallas Love Field. I go often to Fort Worth. Love your channel from Puerto Rico. Oh, so nice to hear from you. Southwest 737-800 here. Doing some taxiing. Coming in currently, we've got, let me see if I can pinpoint what this is. A Cessna Citation Longitude is coming in from Rifle, Colorado.
Is it the 849, what do you park? This is your terminal 1. Is it the 849, by the way, turn left, Alpha 3, Alpha to park, monitor on the way in, traffic on a mile and a half mile. I heard you on Alpha 3, Alpha monitor on ticket.
About to touch down now. We have flight 1778 from San Antonio, Texas. It's a 737-800. And you know what? I keep looking at the
71 Whiskey Papa radar contact level altimeter 29994.
At the flight radar. I don't think I've seen anything go in or out on the west side today. I think all operations are, at least that I've seen, are happening here on the east side.
6 on power, runway 13 right, go ahead. Airwolf 1 Whiskey Papa, proceed as requested. Southwest 2399, left power, runway 13 left, line of way.
So I guess we lucked out.
1778, turn right, Mike 3 if you can make that. So help with the Mike 2 and electric gate.
Alright, 1778, we're turning Mike 3, we're going to 12.
1778, gate 12 is occupied, contact ground.
Alright, we'll contact ground.
Douglas Serrano says I still got my AVL goodie bag from Kevin and Rudy when they came to DFW 2 years ago, and I got a second one for my cousin at that time too.
Southwest 485 left power, runway 13 left, line of way. Play 13 left, Southwest 485.
Shed time with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Shed Time. Would love to see the side-by-side comparison, the 737-200, 800. 200? Oh, I don't think we see any 200s here. I guess maybe occasionally there's an oddball freight or something else coming in here, but here goes IMU 01. That, of course, is the Hawaiian-themed livery. I think it's one of the better Southwest Airlines special liveries, in my humble opinion. It's going to Tampa in Florida. It's a MAX 8.
Airwolf 1 Whiskey Papa, remain southwest of
Parkland Hospital for now.
We have another quad jet member to welcome, Alaska Plane Spotter. Thank you, Alaska Plane Spotter.
Actually, sorry, you can...
Alaska Plane Spotters can see a lot of cool things in Anchorage or anywhere in Alaska, really. They have some very interesting and unusual planes in the 49th state. Did I miss a super chat, Beve? Well, I don't want to do that. Okay. Kevin with a $10 super chat. No, a $5 super chat. Thank you, Kevin. Can you see the Southwest headquarters from where you are? No, that is over on the on the west side of the airport. We are on the east side. So there's, and if we were on the roof, maybe we could see it from where we are, but not from this location. Off to Tulsa, Oklahoma, flight 4051, a 737-800.
And you just clear to land, right? Southwest 3221.
Southwest 3221, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Thanks.
So thanks again, Kevin.
Southwest 4051, contact low star departure.
Low star, Southwest 40.
Ron C says the 737-200 built in from 65 to 1988, those are all in the boneyard by now. There may be one or two around somewhere, who knows? But you're unlikely to see one here. This flight's coming in from Tampa, Florida. Flight 3221.
Number 1 Whiskey Papa, proceed as requested. Southwest 3221, turn right, Mike 2, contact ground. Mike 2 ground, Southwest 3221. Southwest 3485, left tower, runway 13.
So Kevin, I don't know if you're still watching, Kevin. I don't know if you were here when we pointed this plane out. I'm sure it looks familiar to you. What is now New Pacific, but when you flew on it, it was Northern Pacific. You did that great fly along on its inaugural flight from Oakland to Las Vegas. Flyer KG said we saw a 737-200 landing at LAX a couple of months ago. Kevin was at Plane Spotter Paradise. What a great location that is.
Southwest 3485, our outdoor set, runway 13 left, pick up.
Flight 3485 Southwest is going to Los Angeles, speaking of Kevin. It's a 737-800. As twilight falls over North Texas, sundown is at 8:31, so we're about 15 minutes away from sundown here. And so far, no rain where we are. It was looking on the radar increasingly threatening for storms at DFW during the time we would be broadcasting. So we elected to come over here where we would be able to provide you with continuous, more or less, coverage.
Power coming in unreadable. So 3485, contact low side departure. 3485. Southwest 963 left tower, runway 13 left, line of way. Okay, left line of way, Southwest 963.
Peter S., channel member, wonder who chartered that New Pacific. Atlanta Braves are in Arlington, but they use Delta for their travels, as one might expect them to do. So, yeah, I don't know. Southwest Flight 963 to the Big Easy of New Orleans is a 737-700 getting ready to take off.
Southwest 963, you're on that for a set. Runway 13
We don't
left,
see it in
takeoff.
that shot. I've got to kind of switch angles here. There it is.
Southwest from the 877, runway 13 left, north.
Runway 13 left.
It is a Saturday night here at Dallas Love Field. Yeah, I've been trying to think of slogans
Southwest 963,
for Runway
contact left,
DFW.
Southwest 963.
Because I don't really have a slogan. And I came up with this, I made this graphic last night when we were going to be coming to you from Dallas-Fort Worth. This is not AI, this is real. Because I'm kind of fed up with all this AI stuff, you know what I mean? But then I kind of massaged that today when I realized we were going to be at Love Field into AI is fake, this is real. So I hope people see that and say, yeah, AI, well, you know, AI has some value, but I think people like to see real stuff. The Southwest plane to the tail of us, showing its tail to us, is flight 1973. It is going to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's a 737-700.
Southwest 4210, turn left, Charlie 4, what's your gate?
It and a Cessna Citation Latitude going to Destin, Florida. They're going to have to wait for the arrival of flight 2877 from New Orleans, and that would be it there. That's a MAX 8 from the Big Easy.
8780 left tower, runway 13 left, continue, traffic will be in position.
So I don't know if you have any slogan suggestions for us. There's no reward or anything, but I'd be happy to entertain your thoughts. But I thought, yeah, we'll take a stand against that. Now we do have, I admit, we do have some AI jingles, but I think I'm going to phase those out. As kind of cool as those are. So there's the flight from New Orleans.
Red Mike 2, contact ground, Southwest 2876.
Care flight 6 left tower.
Raina Taylor, a Quad Jet channel member and a longtime friend of the channel and our official equestrian champion, says, I'm going to go now. It's a pleasure meeting you on Thursday evening, getting to introduce you to Tina, my friend, give you that belt buckle, take care of yourself. Well, that was a really special moment for me, Raina, and I thank you so much for your extreme kindness in sharing that trophy that you won with me. I didn't win anything, except I am a winner because we are friends. So, thanks again to Raina Taylor. There goes that Cessna.
Jackson out. Exit to 538, contact left departure.
Roger, 538.
Contact to 71 Whiskey Papa left tower.
Well, this is interesting. We have an Avalo Airlines plane coming in from Philadelphia. It's a 737-800. Left there 3.5 hours ago. This is unexpected. Avalo, I don't think I've ever seen an Avalo plane in person. This is the airline that is said to be in talks with McKinney Airport here in North Texas. As McKinney ramps up its construction on a passenger terminal to begin commercial flights. McKinney is a suburb of Dallas, about, I don't know, 45 minutes drive to the north from here. So Avalo. Or Avelo. I think it's Avalo. Totally unexpected by me. And
turn right, Mike 2, and where you park?
Right turn on Mike 2, and we're going to be parking over at the jet aviation ramp.
8780, roger, contact ground 1 off.
Alright, over to ground 1 off.
So they're going over to one of the BizJet terminals.
Carrier Flight 6, keep the code, radar service terminated, Fergus transfer.
It's kind of handsome livery. So who knows, we may be seeing this airline over at McKinney Airport, TKI. Again, this came in from Philadelphia.
Southwest 1973, RNAV door set, runway 13 left, start takeoff.
It's a 19-year-old 737-800. Of course, Avalo got into some controversy after it elected to provide charter service to the Bureau of Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And it's been the subject of some protests for having done that. We'll follow along with this plane a little bit because we just haven't, maybe our last chance to see it for a while.
Southwest 1973, contact low for departure.
For departure, have a good day, Southwest.
I was looking over to the far east side. It looks like it looks like they're still doing work on taxiways.
208, roger, cancel takeoff clearance, let me know when you're ready.
So I thought I heard it being, that this was going to go over to one of the corporate terminals, which is on the other side of this landing strip for us. Although maybe there are some other ones on the west side as well.
Wind check 160 at 9er.
Left tower, medevac 247 Mike Delta, visual 131.
Medevac 247 Mike Delta, left tower, runway 13 left, good one.
Good on 13 left.
We have a medevac plane coming in to land, according to the tower. And I do see operations over on the east side of the airport. I'm sorry, the west side of the airport. So if it had been closed over there, I think it's opened again. Off to Harlingen, Texas, a MAX 8 flight 2208.
68, turn left, Charlie 4, what's your gate?
Left Charlie 4, gate 7.
Southwest 68, contact ground, 17 is occupied.
So I know we're a little late on
2208, contact left,
Kevin's reply, but he said that New Pacific, or I guess at the time was Northern Pacific, was one of his favorite videos to date.
Left tower, runway 13 right, good line.
You hear the Deedles signifying a Southwest plane being towed in right under our nose here. Transworld Airlines 220, by the way, am I streaming tomorrow? I am not streaming tomorrow. I did give some consideration to doing that because of the uncertain weather conditions tonight, but I thought since I had promised Saturday, I would go on Saturday, although we are on a little later than we had initially planned. But don't worry, there's lots to see tomorrow. Kevin and Rudy. I don't know if Rudy's back yet tomorrow, but Kevin will be back with Airline Videos Live from LAX starting at noon Central Time, and that is always a fun broadcast.
Number 8, Charlie Foxtrot, plan on rolling to the end.
This may be the medevac flight. I'm not seeing any other information about it here.
Left tower, southwest, 2622, RNAV Whiskey, runway 13
It's a
left.
Beach C90A,
Left tower, runway 13 left.
C90A King
Runway
Air.
13 left, southwest, 2622.
November 7 Mike Delta, where do you park?
Bid 7 Mike Delta.
November 7 Mike Delta, if you want to make a 180 on the runway, you can taxi back to Alpha 5.
Alright, 180 back to Alpha 5. I tried to make it, didn't quite do it, sorry.
No worries.
So let me see if I can have the route of this. This came in from Amarillo, Texas. And again, I believe it's a medevac flight. And it got permission to make a UE on the runway to go to its docking point here at Love Field. NZ1 Aviation enjoying the stream from this location. Thank you. Yeah, we come here occasionally to Love Field. Usually it's to backstop our operations at DFW Airport. But there's always interesting things to see, and I was, you know, surprised to see that new Pacific plane there in the background, and I'm very surprised to see that Avalo. Although I probably...
Delta, you can go ahead and taxi in a business jet, just monitor ground.
I probably should have looked at jet tip. I'm sure they would have had that on there. The Avalo
Charlie Foxtrot, roll all the way down to the end.
is scheduled to go out tonight at 9:10. And it's been doing some back and forths here, that, or an Avalo has. There's one that came in, supposedly, oh, that's tomorrow I'm looking at. Never mind.
Southwest 3190 left tower, runway 13 left, on a point.
Runway 13 left, Southwest 3190.
Craig Russell says there's a Cargolux retro livery flying over us right now. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can see it. Of course, our horizons are limited by the fact that we are that we have a roof over us. Roof.
2622 K3 is occupied. Contact ground 1 off.
All right, we'll contact ground 1 off.
Just checking in here from Atlanta, flight 2622, a MAX 8. Going long. I see our friend the Random Spotter, channel member, moderator, and good friend of the channel. Aviation Geek saying, I love Dallas Love Field and DFW. They're both great airports. Yeah, we do get definitely closer to the action here, although the majority of the action is, of course, Southwest Airlines. Overwhelmingly, even more than American Airlines is king of DFW Airport. Southwest is the...
1874, left tower, runway 13 left.
holds dominion over Love Field. Off to Santa Ana, California. Goes that 737-700. That is flight 3190. And yes, hello to you, Luke. Thank you for popping in. Luke had a cool stream from Chicago O'Hare earlier. Is it this week? It was earlier this week, right? I believe so. Got to see some of that whilst I was working. Rubber Duck 30 says hi. Plane Crazy Mikey says we got us a Southwest Fest going. And Southwest Flight 1874 from Seattle is just about to come on in. It's a MAX 8. And yet, I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Southwest 48, left tower, runway 13 left, line up point.
5 white, 13 left, Southwest 48.
Southwest 1874, turn right, Mike 2, once again. Park. Southwest 1874, taxi, Mike Bravo 3, Bravo to gate 16, monitoring ground the wind.
Mike Bravo 3, Bravo 16, will go ground southwest.
Coming in from Seattle.
Southwest 48, RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Flight 48.
13 left, clear for takeoff, South 48.
Flight 48 is what we're going to look at next. It's on its way to St. Louis. It's another MAX 8 on Runway DFW live from Dallas Love Field tonight.
Left tower, Canadian Southwest 56, 13 left.
Southwest 56 left tower, runway 13 left, continue traffic in position.
13 left, continue.
Southwest 48, contact us for departure.
So long, y'all.
Chavs greeting us from Newcastle in the UK, where it is 2:30 a.m. Have not been able to catch you for a while due to the time difference, but thanks for a great stream. Well, we appreciate that.
48, 2,000, climb in 8,000 per the departure.
And I'm
48, your cell tower.
we do occasionally try to do morning streams
56, runway 13 left, go ahead.
to as a courtesy to our long distance viewers or viewers overseas. So and next, let's see, not next month. Well, next month, mid-August, we'll be doing a stream, a daytime stream, maybe more than one, from the Cayman Islands. It'll be our third time to bring you live broadcasting from there, and a much slower pace than this airport, or certainly DFW, but still fun. And before that, on August 11th, our plan is to come at you from DFW Airport on the 11th, when Qantas returns with its A380 to DFW Airport. And that will be excitement aplenty. And then, of course, in September, we've got a lot of at-large broadcasting for you from Los Angeles, from Cranky Dork Fest weekend, on the weekend of the 12th, 13th, 14th. And then on the 15th, we travel to Seoul in South Korea for some broadcasts from there. So I hope you can be with us for that. From Houston Hobby Airport, Southwest Flight 56, a MAX 8.
Carrier Flight 6, radar contact off of Methodist, altitude indicated 600. And where are you going? Carrier Flight 6, roger. You proceed direct and report landing, sir. Mike 2, contact. Southwest 3100, left tower, wind 160 at 10, RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Flight 3100 to Chicago O'Hare, 737-700 is going to be next. What I'm going to try to do here. Can I do this? I'll try to use our other camera. Not that one, this one. Been using this for skyline shots, but I thought, see what we can do. This is usually our main camera at DFW, but its lens doesn't go wide enough to be the main camera here at Love Field because we're a lot closer.
Left tower, bearing November 4, Lima Whiskey, entering right, infill downwind runway 13 right.
Lima Whiskey, left tower, runway 13 right, clear to land. Traffic at your 1 o'clock half mile, helicopter at 1,200 feet northbound.
Looking for the traffic, we'll let you know when we see it. Clear for 13 right, 4 Lima Whiskey.
Southwest 3100, cut down left departure.
Push to Southwest 3100.
Kind of a twilight look there for you. We have a new member in the tri-jet category, twin jet category, I'm sorry, Peter S. Thank you, Peter S., for joining up. Jeffrey Boo is saying hello from Dubai in the UAE. My last morning in Dubai before a long day of flying to Poland via Istanbul. Wow. That is some traveling. Well, have a safe flight. Or flights, as the case may be. I think we're about to see, is this coming in on this side? I think so. This is going to be a Gulfstream 4, which came from Oxford. And Oxford, Mississippi. It was to have gone to Addison Airport, which is mostly a business-oriented airport to the north of here, but it has been diverting. It's diverting to here. It's private owner N883LD. A 24-year-old Gulfstream 4.
Tower Southwest 3198, visual 13 left.
Southwest 3198, left tower,
So,
13.
I know you don't see it yet. We'll get it in line for you here.
Certified 6 rider service terminated. Keep the code. Forget transfer.
So it'll come into our view from the left of our screen here.
Southwest 3198, left tower. Cancel landing clearance for runway 13 left. Runway 13 left. Continue. Traffic will be in position.
Continue 13 left, Southwest 3198.
Southwest 55, left tower. Runway 13 left. Line of buoy.
Line of buoy, 13 left, Southwest 55.
November 3 Lima Delta 1 able safe parking.
So here's the plane that was diverted, landing safely. There's no emergency vehicles, so perhaps there was an issue at Addison Airport where it was supposed to have touched down.
Southwest 55, RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
765, cleared for takeoff, 13 left, RNAV door set.
So another takeoff happening over here. Since I can't get over to our switching box, I will do it this way.
Southwest 3198, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 13 left, Southwest 3198.
Number 4 Lima Whiskey, where do you park? Number 4 Lima Whiskey, turn left on Charlie 4. Or correct, Charlie 5. Taxi Charlie 8 to Atlantic, monitor ground wind.
Charlie 5, 8 for Atlantic, 4 Lima Whiskey, monitor ground.
Number 4 Lima Whiskey, there is a top left leaving the ramp there, probably joining Charlie, get rid of them.
I'll give away to southwest, 4 Lima Whiskey.
Southwest 910 left, power pole 2, hold short, runway 13 left.
Our channel member Salt Lake City Flights says, Walt, on July 30th at DFW, it's going to be 104 degrees. Hoo-wee. We have a flight coming in from Indianapolis, Southwest 3198, a 737-700. As we say hello to James for a $1 super chat.
2000, we'll be doing a short tour.
Tower 120, Golf Romeo Love, Tower radar contact. Off Addison, altitude is 1,500, cleared to end of class Bravo.
So we've
And
got to
cross over the top of the midfield at 2,000.
swing this camera around a little bit.
Into the Bravo altitude check.
Stand by.
Top of 2000, zero golf.
Level altimeter 2995.
2995, zero golf.
I'm doing a little dance here to get all this in.
Southwest 910 left tower, runway 138 left, line of point.
On the plate, runway 13 left, Southwest.
Southwest 3198, turn right, Mike 2, contact ground off.
Right turn, Mike 2, Southwest 3198.
Southwest 910, RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV door set, clear to takeoff, runway 13 left, Southwest 910.
Hegler 17, channel member watching from about 5 minutes north, sitting out in the backyard watching the arrivals come in right over me, trying to guess where from. Channel member Linda Kavinsky, well folks, going to sign off this evening till the next time. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. That would have been flight 910, 737-700 going to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina.
Southwest 2426, RNAV door set, runway
Dallas
13 right,
Aviation, we have pointed this out, but we do plan to be live for the big return of the
Zero Golf Romeo traffic.
Qantas A380
About your 2 o'clock, 2 to 3 o'clock, 5 miles on the other side.
on the 11th of August, which is a Monday. Not a day we usually broadcast, but we'll be here. We'll be there for that, if at all possible. David and Sandy, do you know if Southwest has started flying red-eye flights yet? I know they have. I don't know what the extent of that is from here at Dallas Love Field, because I think there are some restrictions as to flying in and out of here in the dead of night, since this is a residential area that Dallas Love Field is in.
223 left side, runway 13 left, excellent.
Yes, Lyric the Game Boy. This is the Runway DFW After Dark. We should change our little bug out there, because we have our blue meatball for the daytime, and we have our black meatball for the nighttime. So welcome to Runway DFW After Dark. Just before 9 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone. We have a new member. JM is now a Twin Jet member. Thank you, JM. A very nice overview of this jet, which is parked. Plane Crazy Mikey says the next livery will be, I'm sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button, JSX Special Livery. Indeed. See where that is. Flight 223 from Amarillo, and Embraer 145.
Southwest 1495, left side, runway 13 left, continue traffic, may hold position.
Oh, it's the Starlink livery. Somebody was talking about Starlink earlier. So it's kind of subtle, but we'll take a look at that as it touches down here at Dallas Love Field.
Southwest 331, RNAV door set, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV door 678, got 13 right, Southwest 331.
So with the blood red sunset, looking for this plane that's coming in from Amarillo, Texas, up in the Panhandle. Just a 50-minute hop so far. JSX, as we point out regularly, is a what's called a public charter airline. Or, no, I'm sorry, a scheduled charter airline. So they have a schedule, but they're considered a charter airline, so they operate under some different rules than regular commercial aircraft. And other airlines aren't too keen about that, the ones that have to follow all the real rules.
Eagle Zone 13, low tower. Caution weight turbulence 737 departed. Traffic on a 5-mile base. RNAV door set. Runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
So I'm in a position now, I can't see our flight radar, but I know the plane is coming in over here. So
1495, runway 13 right, clear to land.
We'll see it here momentarily. I see it now. I can move beyond the pillar, but the camera can't, so there it is. JSX Special Livery Starlink.
Whoever's trying to check in on the 126.05, you're coming in unreadable.
Pretty sure I haven't seen this one before.
Starlight 0 Golf Romeo cleared out and back into the Class Bravo traffic. Just behind and to your left and 2 miles 737, climb at 2,300, caution turbulence. Cleared out and back into the Bravo. We'll be cautious of that traffic departing. 0 go from. Big stride 223. There's no traffic behind you. You can roll it down to the end, taxi in via Alpha, monitor gravity. Yellowstone 13, contact no start departure, good day.
Over to departure, Yellowstone 13, have a good night.
Southwest 1670, left tower. RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, door set, 13 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1670.
And Hangler 17 says, what a great view of the JSX hangar in the distance. And
Yellowstone 13, contact no start departure, good day.
yeah. I believe this is the JSX base of operations. Although they do serve a lot of cities. But yeah, you can see a bunch of their jets there. Primarily Embraer 145s. We say hello to and good evening to Adam Jawbaugh. James M., channel member. I miss North Flow. I live downtown and love watching the beautiful 13 right. And I couldn't get to the rest of that.
Runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
But anyway, yeah, we do, when it is North Flow, at night especially, we love to come out here to Dallas Love Field because the planes come right in over the downtown district.
That's open, Charlie Delta, monitor ground, good day.
Alright, Charlie Delta goes to the ground, Southwest 1495, have a great night.
120 golf from me, contact.
Robin Hoiver says hi everyone.
124.3. 124.3, 0 golf from me.
Nanny Needles, here's her pillow calling. Until tomorrow, AVL friends, next time. Thank you, Nanny Needles. Always good to see you here in the chat. And we'll see you tomorrow on AVL. I don't think anybody's ever greeted me with a howdy doody, but there's Rohit Parkal. Good to see you.
Hey, tower, Southwest 2380 on the RNC with the 13 left.
Southwest 2380 left tower, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Clear to land on 13 left, Southwest 2380.
1670, contact no start departure, Steve.
737-700 rocketing off into the night sky here at Dallas Love Field, going to Baltimore Washington International Airport, flight 309.
309, contact no start departure, Steve.
309, have a good evening.
And here's some of the construction work. I think they're doing, are they doing work or is it just flashing lights? I can't tell if there's people there or not. I see equipment. I see trucks. There's probably people over there, but they're doing some taxiway work over there to the east of 13 left here. Chris Bracken is new to the channel. Well, welcome, Chris. Makes me miss going to the DFW Founders Plaza and watching the MD-80s just before they were retired. I miss living up there for the most part. Well, That's what we're here for, to help you relive. I mean, it's for people who can't get to a place like this. There's not too many places in the U.S. or in the world, in fact, where you can see so many planes coming and going at the same time. Now, Dallas Love Field obviously is not as busy as DFW Airport. We're about to see Flight 2380 from Midway Airport in Chicago, MAX 8 Southwest Airlines. G. Messi with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. That helps us bring these broadcasts to you. We are coming to you live from Parking Garage C at Dallas Love Field. And here comes the plane from Midway. Well, it's we haven't had any rain here at Love Field, at least not while I've been here. That's what we were afraid of tonight, was rain. At Love Field we can park ourselves under a garage. At Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, we do not have that option.
2380, what's the gate?
So we came over here to make sure we could bring you
He said 10-10?
some action.
10 Southwest 2380.
Unfortunately, that one's occupied. Almost go to Bravo 3, leg ground now if it changes.
Alright, short of Bravo 3, we'll let them know. Southwest 2380, thank you.
So this plane, looking for a gate, because the gate it was assigned is not currently available. Our good friend Sarah Deal, and channel member, with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Sarah. Hope you are doing well in your new residence up there in the Boston area. Michael Martin drove all the way from South Arkansas to see what all the fun was at Founders Plaza, only to see you had moved to Love Field. Oh well, DFW hasn't disappointed, and it's worth the drive. Yeah, and again, we had, as of last night, planned to come to you from DFW Airport, but because of the forecast, we decided to come over here to Love Field because we've got some cover. Delta Flight 2804 is next. It is the aforementioned, we talked about this earlier, a 717 from the year 2002. So we'll get set up to bring you that plane. We did see one of the 717s earlier taking off for Atlanta, but it was before we had a chance to get on the air.
Low altitude alert, Delta 2804, take your altitude, altimeter, 299.5.
So let's
thanks, that's our
switch
best.
over to camera 2 here. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, camera 2 has lost its signal. 'Tis not good. Stand by. Ah, there we go. Nova Rain with a $10 super chat. Thank you for the dedication to weekly streams. Appreciate all you do, Nova. Always good to see you. And thank you so much for that super chat. We're about to see a 717. See it now. I can see it, but you can't because there's a pillar that blocks that part of the shot. Uh-oh, our signal is dead again. Oh man. Well, we're gonna have to go to Plan B here. Sorry, we're not gonna get quite as good a view of it as I had hoped. Yeah, for some reason our other camera, our signal crashed. So we don't have quite as telescopic a view of this as we'd hoped, but we'll get to see it closer when it gets here. Our other camera just kicked in.
Delta 2804, right your discretion, contact ground field.
Right, our discretion over ground, Delta 2804.
We're kind of lucky because the last times we've been here to Dallas Love Field, the 717 has always come and gone from the west side of the field. This may be the first time I've seen it over here. So that shape, even if you're not familiar with a 717, should bring back some memories for those of you who've been flying planes for a while. Essentially, it's the final iteration of what started out as a DC-9 and then an MD-80. So a little respite here from all the 737s. It's getting a little breezier here, as though there might be some kind of weather in the area. That's Dallas-Fort Worth Airport there. Didn't want to see that. This is where we are, Dallas Love Field. John Bowman says Delta equals don't even leave the airport. Hee hee. Lyric Gameboy says Delta JSX Southwest only. They're really the only airlines that go to Dallas Love Field. We did see Avalo before, earlier in the broadcast. Although, not a scheduled aircraft, or not a scheduled flight.
13 break, clear to land. Clear land, Southwest 147.
I hear a plane coming in to land on the right side, or the west side of the airport. If we point our camera 1 over to that direction, there is the old Braniff terminal in the foreground and parking garage in the background. Back when Braniff used to be here. Before the year 1974, when it moved over to DFW Airport. So Braniff had its own terminal there in the foreground, now refurbished and occupied by FlexJet and another fixed base operator over there. And then the parking garage back there is now operated by a Lincoln dealership. And so they've got Lincoln cars parked all up through that garage. And they were kind enough to it's Planet Lincoln Love Field is what the name of the dealership is, and they were kind enough to let us up there for the coverage of the total solar eclipse last year, and that was fun. Yeah, and that can be replayed here on the channel. Kalani Koo says yes, 717. We have them here at Hawaiian Airlines. We did discuss that earlier, that Delta and Hawaiian, the only U.S. carriers operating the 717. We haven't pointed our camera 2 over here in a while to see the skyline of downtown Dallas. Looking good tonight. John Bowman, channel member, says Braniff. I flew in a Braniff 747 from DFW to Honolulu in 1981. Get this. Everyone, to include the pilots, were smoking the entire way. I was the only non-smoker. Cough, cough. Well, weren't you sitting in the non-smoking section where the air was pure and clean? Remember that? I guess not that many people remember that they used to have smoking sections on airplanes, and there was no divider or anything. It was just at row 27, then behind that's where the smoking section went. The smoking section was always in the back of the coach class, as I recall, on the flights that I was on. But yeah, it still got pretty smoky in there, and I'm a non-smoker like you.
Clear to land, 13 left, 260 Mike.
Space Needle, Megan Dressler, beautiful downtown Dallas. And again, we love it when there's north flow here and the planes actually come in over the skyline. It's just great. But we're in south flow today. Ron Sees America, one of our channel members. Dallas looking like home tonight, but I'm in the mountains of Colorado. So look for Ron's online content, because he does see America. He's all over the place all the time. Well, let's see. We're kind of in a slow period here. So I think, methinks the thing to do would be to see to it that we can say thank you to all of our Runway DFW channel members.
Airwolf 1 Whiskey Papa, Love Tower. You're clear of the Cloud Bravo airspace. Air contact 2 north of Executive. Squawk 46.
So we're going to pop in our scrolling list of channel members as a way of saying thank you to those of you who contribute to Runway DFW. Number 1 on the list is our good friend James Webb, who is the official channel sponsor of Runway DFW. Thank you, James, for everything you do for this channel. Unprecedented might be a good word. And now we'll say thank you to our QuadJet channel members. This list was prepared and then secured from the porch of Funkin' Wagnalls at noon today. So if you are a new member since then, we've had a few, watch for your name on an upcoming broadcast. So here we go with our list of QuadJet members. It starts as always with 757 Chip. Hello Chip, thank you so much for that. Alan J, Angela Smith, Anna the Dispatcher, Beaker and Honeydew, Bev A, Brian D, Chuck TXK, Cubs Win, Darren Sorello, David Rutherford, Drone Oki, Dwayne C, Essorens, HD Kraut, James Webb, Jeff, John Lipman, Josh Aldrich, Kevin D, Kirby Brooks Sr., KS Avgeek, Lori M, Michael Flannery, Michael Schwarzkopf, Michelle RS, Mike G, Netgear, Only Planes Network, Patrick Wooters, Paul 1188, Pete Nordine, Payathon, Raina Taylor, S35 Bonanza Pilot, Sarah Deal, Skittles, Steve Lundaby, Texas Girl, The Grinch, TNT Oh My, and Will Hutchison, our QuadJet channel members. Thank you so much to all of you. And now you'll see the names for the next few minutes of our Tri-Jet and Twin-Jet members. And I thank each of you so much for all you do to keep Runway DFW on the air. Yeah, so I was taking a little hydration break there as the music was playing, so forgive me for stepping away, but it's gotten a little quiet here as far as the activity goes. And that happens at a smaller airport like this, don't you know? Channel member Phil G with a hello from Berkeley, California. Where, what time would it be there? It would be 7:22 in the PM. Morgan McNeely says, you picked a good night to take it slow at Dallas Love Field. DFW is actually absolutely slammed right now. Matthew Smith says, who's the band featured in your bumper music? Well, here's the thing. We've got several sources of our music, and I think I've delineated them all in the description of our show. Most of our music, not what you just heard, but most of our music comes from jinglesamplers.com. So when you hear a jingle, we've legally obtained the right to use it. But we have some other music sources as well. Nuvolux, not what you just heard, but Nuvolux has let us use their music, and it's really great stuff. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Apple Music. And there's one other can't think of where that music we were just playing came from, but it's another source that we pay for. BV Beditz, please come to DFW tomorrow night. I don't think I can. I have limited days that I can come because of other obligations. I like to spend some time with my wife. Got some inspecting going on here at this this plane using a flashlight. Ah, the hatch. So it looks like just kind of running around the plane, making sure that things are working as they're supposed to be. WRN Hokey, you should narrate children's books. You have a very calming voice. Well, I did used to read to my grandson when he was little, also to my kids, I guess, back when they were young. But yeah, if anybody out there is ready to sign me up, here it's Walt at runwaydfw.com. Do I still have that? I used to have a super with my address on it. Do I still have that? I probably do, but I don't see it. Oh, I'm talking to myself like Popeye. I was just talking about that with my wife the other day. Popeye has, like, Popeye the cartoon character, had several voices. You know, he's got this kind of inner voice that he would talk to himself, and then he would have his, blow me down voice. Well, I'm not seeing what I was looking for. I know, there's not a lot going on right now, is there? It's almost as though they've closed things down.
3221 on door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Ah, 13 left, clear for takeoff. That's us.
Number 1 Whiskey Papa, exiting close Bravo airspace, red search mirrors, close gate 4, please change approved. Good day.
So I'm going to do this, and we'll see if this camera can hold up. See a lot of planes in the sky down there. Flight 3221 to Albuquerque, a 737-700 is about to lift off. Hopefully this camera will not lose its signal as it did when the Delta plane was coming in. And we lose it there.
Southwest 3221, contact Lone Star Departure. Good day.
Start departure, Southwest 3221.
Now here in the center of this shot is, as I call that up, is the Bank of America Tower. We see the top half of that often from DFW Airport. It's the tallest building in Dallas. Tonight outlined in green.
Southwest 4006, hard and half door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Hard and half door set, clear for takeoff, 13 left, Southwest 4006.
Shiner Buggy 94. Hello everyone, I'm back. Just saw some jets at LAX. Ed Gardner, after your stream, Walt, going clubbing in Fort Worth. You're welcome to join us. I'm buying the drinks. Well, here's the thing. I don't drink, so, but thank you for the invite. That Colin guy, as always, good evening from north of the Red River, up there in Oklahoma. Southwest Flight 4006 to El Paso, Max 8 is about ready to take off. So we get set up for that. Gotta hurry here.
Southern 9651, love tower, R nav door set, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
R nav door set, 13 right, clear for takeoff, on level 9651.
WRN Hookie said, do I know there's a ham radio repeater on top of the Bank of America Tower? 146.7 and 441.925 FM. I did not know that. Great place for a repeater. Well, as you can see, the skies have darkened here. I'm seeing no activity in or out right now. At least here on the west side. We've got a couple of planes. Oh, look at this. We've got Avalo taking off now on the east side. Let's see if we can bring any of that to you from our vantage point. We won't get to see too much of it. We'll see it go up in the air. This is the Avalo flight that came in from Florida, I think it was. The 737-800. I like its livery.
Avelo 9651, contact Lone Star Departure, Chief.
We're departure of LO 9651, have a go on.
So there it goes. We don't have a view of the runway over there at on 13 right. We can see the planes from here after they take off in the air, and I didn't push the button and you didn't see it, and so I messed up. Sorry. Had a very good shot of it, but because of the way our cameras are situated, I can't glance over at the monitor for confidence that I'm punched the right camera in, so arg. Ed Gardner says all the activity is at DFW now. So here is the current look at Love Field, just a handful of planes on the radar. Thanks once again to our channel members. So there's Love Field. If we widen out here, we'll give you kind of a view of where DFW is. DFW is over here. You can see, yeah, there's a lot going on at DFW right now. According to Flight Radar 24, as American Flight 1322 comes in from Denver on the west side, and American Flight 1158 from National Airport, Reagan National Airport in Washington comes in over there on the far east side on 17 left. And yeah, there's a lot, like a dozen planes it looks like, or more, lining up to take off on the west side. But over here at Dallas Love Field, not so much. Coming in on the west side here right now, flight from Miami. We cannot see that from our vantage point. So we're over here.
3863.
Teresa says a lot of planes in the distance. Yeah, you can. They light up the sky, although there's probably.
Stay firm, left turn, your discretion. What's
See, we can see this Miami
Okay, we're going to gate 9.
flight going out. Oh no, it came in. Will we see
They
it?
are pushing, so let's go Charlie, Delta, Romeo, Golf.
There's the Miami flight that came in over on the
Hold
west
for
side.
X-ray Bravo, and you can monitor ground.
Okay, Charlie Delta Romeo Golf Papa short of Bravo monitor ground southwest 38.
But aside from that, wow, it's kind of quiet. 9:35. We should be seeing some more planes ere we depart. There'll be another rush here, I would trust. M.R. Rice saying hello to me and to our mod Beve. Ken Schmidt, also a mod here. Well, he's got to go. Have a dinner appointment. Good to have seen all of you. Thank you, Ken, for helping us here on the broadcast. Boatstone, are there cargo operations somewhere at Dallas Love Field? I think they do have some cargo flights come in and out, but there's not like a dedicated FedEx or DHL or UPS facility over here. Most of the cargo in and out of this area goes to either Dallas Love Field or to Alliance Airport in Fort Worth, where at Alliance, where we've never been to spot because they don't have enough traffic for a live broadcast. But at Alliance, they have not. They have a FedEx cargo facility and also a Amazon cargo facility. Oh, Francis is laughing because I said I messed up. You know what? That does happen. I do mess up. I confess. Give you a little look inside the JSX hangar, where all those Embraer 145s are hanging out. Got a Southwest flight pulling out for Nashville. It's just the tail there going out of our shot. Flight 1693, I think we'll be seeing that take off from here on the west side. And hello to all of you all. It's me. There's our third camera on top of the Waltmobile, looking down upon us. John Bowman, channel member, gonna tap himself out. Have a good night. And thank you, John. James M says every time I see those JSX tails, it reminds me of the Alabama flag. That's a little unusual. If we look this way, you can see lots of planes in the sky to the north of us. This camera's looking north. I don't know if any of them are bound for here or not, or if they're all lined up for DFW. My suspicion they're all going to DFW. Arthur Alfred says, plane spotting and I don't have to leave home. What a country.
Southwest 1693, low target evening, on afterwards set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Leonard Watkins guessing that the Waltmobile is a Ford Econoline truck. That would be the most practical thing. Oops. See what happens. But see how much of this we can get in our shot here. But no, there is the Waltmobile. It's a very practical Chevrolet Bolt electric car, all electric. And there's the camera sitting on the roof there. So yes, I use no petroleum products in getting here. In fact, the electricity that's used to power it up, it comes from wind. So we're pretty green that way. I think we have a plane getting ready to take off. I think if I push the right button, we'll be able to see it.
Southwest 4477, low target evening, on afterwards set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
So finally some action.
For RNAV,
Looks like 1693 off to Nashville, 737-700. And we got some more action coming up from down in the takeoff zone on 13 left. The next flight is Southwest 4477 to Sacramento, California, 737-800, followed by Flight 1387 to Seattle, another 737-800. So let us attend to those matters.
Southwest 1387, RNAV door set, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff. And for Lima Whiskey, you're holding short of Lima, sir?
All right, Flight 1387 is next to Seattle. Get reset for that.
Charlie, and then hold short of Charlie 10. But I do have your release that you can taxi all the way up to runway 13 right. Charlie.
I have saddled myself with the least ergonomic operation possible tonight. In other words, my cameras are too far apart. That Colin guy says you guys also have nuclear energy in the area, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we do have to the south of Dallas-Fort Worth, there is a nuclear energy plant.
Southwest 1387, contact no certified to you. Southwest 1387, good day.
Glenn, what is it? Glenn something.
Back here, flight 6. You said
been there for quite a while. But yes, my electricity comes from wind, or at least I pay for credits that mean that I'm paying for wind-generated energy.
Tower Southwest 2808, RNAV Whiskey 13 left.
Southwest 2808, left side, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Shiner Boogie 94 says, are you seeing any helicopters? There is one to the helicopters check in often here. There's one to the southwest of the airport, in the vicinity of some hospitals that are to the west of here. Craig Russell says, pretty rare that DFW using 17 left arrival runway. Not really. They use that all the time. They have parallel arrivals on the east side of the airport on 17 left and 17 center quite regularly. We see that all the time. 17 right is normally the takeoff runway. But here's everything on the radar here at Dallas Love Field right now. And again, if you see that blue dot there to the kind of in the center of the screen, that's where we are located on top of parking garage C, overlooking runway 13 left. There is what's this? A Beech 58 Baron taking off on the
Share Flight 2, a mile north of you.
On
Southbound is
the
another
east
Share
side,
Flight 1600, southeastbound
on the west side.
1400.
I hear it. It probably, there it is.
9997, we're looking for traffic. We got him inside. Maintaining with separation. Share 2 coming up.
Share Flight 2, vision separation approved. Share Flight 6, traffic off of Methodist, another Share Flight departing.
So that was an east side, west side departure. I get the sides mixed up here because we're so used to being on the west side. Ryan Paulding says, wish America West was part of the American Airlines Heritage liveries. I know they merged with US Air in 05. Always loved the green livery on the tail. There is an America West Heritage livery.
Tower getting Southwest 2669, visual 13 left.
Southwest 2669, left tower, runway 13 left.
Here's one of the hospitals in the hospital district. That's Parkland Hospital. That was built since, well, way after it became, Parkland became famous for being where President Kennedy was brought after he was shot. We've got flight 2808 coming in from Denver, 737-700.
Mike 2, Mike E2, Southwest 2808.
They're still occupying it. Hold short Bravo 3, from underground, let them know they changed it.
Mike, hold short of Bravo 3, Southwest 2808, and monitor ground.
Of course, from this vantage point, we do get to see the lights that guide the planes as they taxi to their destinations. James M. suggesting that I chug a Red Bull and stick around till 11:15 for the next Delta 717. I don't know about that. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock, isn't it? By golly. Shed Time with a $5 super chat. What got you interested in the airline industry? Well, thank you, Shed Time, for that. Well, I've told the story before, but as we get ready to see the arrival of a Southwest flight from Orlando, but anyway, I've always had an interest in aviation, but I was never a plane spotter until about 3.5 years ago. And what got me interested in plane spotting was seeing Jerry first at Big Jet TV. I thought he had such a unique style, and still does, of course. In fact, he's in the U.S., or was, in Miami this past week. But that got me really interested in it, in watching it. And then I saw Kevin with Airline Videos Live, and he kind of sold me on the concept. Not, I mean, he wasn't telling me to do this because I hadn't met him at that time, but he got me very interested in thinking that I might be able to do something like this, because like him, I had been a TV news journalist, a photographer, reporter. And so, yeah, that got me curious. And then I said, well, why isn't there anybody doing what he does and what Jerry does at DFW Airport? Because DFW is such a big airport and nobody was doing it. So I gathered up some very rudimentary equipment, and you know, all of my efforts are here on YouTube. You can go back and watch the very first ones. And you know, wasn't very good, and but I persisted, and so here we are. But I'm very glad I started doing this, because, you know, I've gotten to meet so many really great people. Most of them online or in the chat, but some of them, a lot of them, I've gotten to meet in person. And again, we'll be out at Cranky Dork Fest weekend in the on the 12th, 13th, 14th of September. We'll be doing some Runway DFW at-large broadcasting from there. We may again do the Cranky Dork Fest event on Saturday the 13th. If Kevin is not doing it, I haven't heard about whether Kevin at Airline Videos Live is going to be out there for that, which he was the first year. I've been to Cranky Dork Fest 2 times before. Once in 2013, the first time, and Kevin and Rudy were broadcasting from the Cranky Dork Fest event. But that was a lot for them, because they also broadcast live from the H Hotel event the night before, on Friday the 12th. So I think they'll probably will. Maybe there'll be an availability for me to do the Cranky Dork Fest. And that is so cool, because you get to see planes flying right over your head. They're at the park next to the In-N-Out Burger on the northeast side of the airport. We're about to see Southwest Flight 1672 coming in from Baltimore Washington International Airport at a MAX 8.
You can proceed as requested.
Gary Mackey with a $5 super chat. Were you at K-10 when they were in Ada? Well, by way of explanation, I do work at K-10. That's my full-time job. It's a TV station which is currently based in Denison, Texas. But they used to have a bureau in Ada, which is in Oklahoma. They no longer have that office there. They do have an office in Ardmore, Oklahoma, which I've never been to. I've been through Ardmore, but I've never been to our office there. But the work I do for K-10 is all online, so I do it remotely since the pandemic. So on days when I'm broadcasting live from DFW at night, I spend my late afternoon hours at a Starbucks adjacent to DFW Airport, just like 5 minutes away from Founders Plaza. And so I work out of there and then bop over to Founders Plaza and try to set things up in 45 or 50 minutes as best I can. Well, it looks like this Plane's got to move out of the way. Maybe perhaps its gate is not quite ready.
Douglas 2380 or Nebula 7, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Lori M. So nice of you to say. One of our Quad Jet channel members, long-term member of the channel. I remember when you first started streaming, I was so thrilled to have someone at DFW, especially someone so lovely and nice. Oh, well, thank you, Lori. Good to hear from you. And Leroy Harris answering a question that somebody had in the chat. The America West livery for America is an Airbus A319, and the registration is N838AW. Aussie Gem says, make sure you take care in the parking garage. Chris from SDTV had his gear stolen when he was packing up after streaming. Well, that sounds terrible. Well, that's one reason why I do normally have chat extravaganza.
Number 1 with the pop-up booth.
Chat extravaganza
Douglas 56 or Nebula 7,
is
runway 13
where
right, clear for takeoff.
I just leave the cameras on after I finish broadcasting, and you can watch me pack up. Not that that's very exciting for any of you, but you can chat amongst yourselves, and we do play music during it, and I feel a little bit safer knowing that somebody's got eyeballs on me, so. Well, it is right now. Coming up on the 10 o'clock hour here. In about 15 seconds by my watch. And just a reminder, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. We will be here with you, probably not for too much longer, because I don't think things are kind of winding down here. But we'll see if we can find us a logical place to go off the air as we watch a plane taking off from the west side.
Douglas 2918 left out, runway 13 right, cleared to land. 13 right, cleared to Douglas 29. Douglas 56, contact North Star departure, good day.
And just for the record, that was Flight 56 to San Jose, a MAX 8
Number 1 Whiskey Papa.
on Runway DFW
Continue that.
After Dark.
Eastern turn, traffic about 7 north of you. As they check, you setting up at the RNAV to executive.
Well, it's always fun to come over here to Love Field.
One Whiskey Papa, yeah, if you want, you can proceed out to Fair Park, guys, so you can make that eastbound turn if you'd like to go that way. Caution wind turbulence, there's a 737 2 miles north of you.
Craig Russell headed for bed. Good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow for AVL.
Couple 2893 left out, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Third lane 13 left, 2893.
I'm trying to see if I can find something else to show you. We do have the Bank of America tower lit up in something other than green right now. changing colors. Oh, thank you, Lori M. Always looking for new music. And again, we did mention this earlier. There's an artist called Nouveau Lux who kind of specializes in just the music I love, a lot of it, and so we feature a lot of that on our chat extravaganza these days. In addition to all the classics that you've become accustomed to hearing from us. So I'm seeing all this messaging going on about an incident in the garage with a fellow plane spotter, and makes me want to pack up right now. And you know what? I'm not seeing anything happening. Let me make sure. Well, we've got one more flight. We'll take one more flight. Flight 3113 going to Midway Airport to Max 8, Southwest Airlines. It's getting ready for takeoff. So we'll watch that go out, and then we will commence Runway DFW after dark, if you don't mind. Because, yeah, it's not, as you can tell. Oh, I was about to punch to this camera, but I realized, oh, I was already punched up to that, so you got to see me move it into position, behind the scenes. James M. says, are you able to see Reunion Tower? And yes, and I will show that to you after we get this plane taking off. Well, we got flight 2893 coming in from Phoenix, a 737-700. Here it is, and so we'll see this landing ahead of the plane that's ready to take off.
Don't have line up and wait, just be ready, traffic on a 5-mile flight.
Be ready, Southwest 3133, line up, please.
Negative, hold position. I don't have line up and wait, just hold position there.
Alright, we're gonna hold short of 1-3 left.
Southwest 2893.
In the foreground there is our other camera.
Tower, Starbase 63, visual 13 left.
Southwest 3113, RNAV doorstep, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 13 left, RNAV doorstep.
Okay, so
runway 13 left, clear to land, caution turbulence, 737 departure.
here goes the flight to Midway, which we discussed earlier in the broadcast. And I think I told you this would be our last plane of the night.
1,400 climbing 2,000. Addison Tower closed, so we don't have a code yet. Would it be okay if you all gave us one?
That was a few people calling in. November 626 Alpha Whiskey. If you called in, runway 13 left, clear to land, your number 2.
Good land.
Southwest 3621, I think you checked in as well, runway 13 right, clear to land. Great, I heard somebody at Addison. Was it at 1700, 120 golf from you?
Affirmative, it's 120 golf from you. We don't have a code yet since Addison closed. Is it alright if we get a code with you, or do you like to go to approach first?
Are you doing a tour downtown?
Affirmative, just a short tour.
120 golf from you, squawk 46.
Alright, we've got a Bombardier Challenger 300 coming in from South Lake Tahoe. We'll try for that one. Now that things are actually happening.
Southwest 282, RNAV doorstep, runway 13 right, clear for
Can I
takeoff,
do
company
this?
5
No.
out.
RNAV doorstep, 13
Oops.
Tower, Southwest 3621, 6 miles, 13 right.
Southwest 3621, runway 13 right, clear to land. Company taking the runway for departure.
Runway 13 right, Southwest 3621.
Once you take off from your radar, contact due south of Addison. Crosswind still at 2000. Verify your altitude.
Position checks, altitude is 2000 and crosswind field is 2000, sir. Off on you.
Flight from South Lake Tahoe. And anything else?
Service 808, stay parking.
Going to 4.
Roger, 11.
All right, one more arrival. Oh, a tri-jet. Okay. It's a Dassault Falcon 900EX from Aspen, Colorado. And what better way to go out than with a tri-jet, huh?
Southwest 282, contact most report, have a good night.
Southwest 282, through.
Not quite seen here yet. There it is. 3 is greater than 2.
Number 626 Alpha Whiskey, stay parking.
We're got it, sir.
Garage, right turn there.
It's like a mini 727.
Hold short of 13 left, stay with me.
Mike 5, short of 13 left, stay with you. 6 Alpha Whiskey.
Southwest 3621, what's the gate?
16.
16 is open. Charlie Delta M, monitor ground, good day.
Southwest 10, monitor ground, good day, Southwest 3621. South Tower, Medevac 6, Mike Charlie for 13 left.
Medevac 628, Mike Charlie, Love Tower, runway 13 left, clear to land.
Land 13 left, Medevac 8, Mike Charlie.
Charles Denny with a $5 super chat. Could you shout out to my friends working the ramp tonight? Cohorts Eric, Phil, Shane, Matt, and Thomas. Hello to all of you from us here at Runway DFW.
Starlight 0 Golf from AV, part descent for your discretion.
The part descent approved, our discretion 0 Golf from you.
And I think, let's see here. Well, we've got a medevac flight coming in from Texarkana. It's a Pilatus PC-12/45. So we'll give that, that'll be our last flight. And hopefully everybody, the patient, I hope, is going to be okay.
Number 6 Alpha Whiskey, cross 13 left, Mike 5, Alpha on the other side.
So we'll set up for that shot. And then, as promised, we'll show you Reunion Tower. And then we will commence with extravaganza. Broadcasting from Dallas Love Field, about 11 minutes after 10 o'clock.
Love Tower, good evening. RNAV door set, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV door set, 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Just waiting to see the lights of this medevac Pilatus. Is it Pilatus or Pilatus? I think it's Pilatus. But I could be wrong. Yeah, we should be about 15 or 20 seconds from seeing it in our sights. It's been a blast to have this time with all of you at Dallas Love Field. As it turns out, it never rained, so my forecast proved incorrect, but I did feel a little better about firing things up tonight here undercover, just in case. I was a little generous or a little too conservative with my, or a little too liberal with my guess at when we would see this plane, but here it is.
Southwest 894, contact Lone Star departure. Have a good day.
Departure, we'll see you later, Southwest 894.
I was making some last-minute corrections there.
Medevac 8 Mike Charlie, say parking.
Okay, Mike Charlie, we're going to Jet Center.
Business jet? You're going to business jet?
That's affirmative.
There's no traffic behind you. Would you like to do a 180 on the runway?
Okay, Mike Charlie, that'd be great, thank you.
Okay, Mike Charlie, 180 is approved. Exit at Alpha 5. Taxi in via Alpha. Have a good night.
So you heard it.
180 and off at Alpha 5. Medevac 8 Mike Charlie.
This plane getting to make a 180 on the runway 13 left, because that's the most expedient way to get to where it's going and there's no traffic coming in. So all the best
from here, clear out and back into the class Bravo.
To that plane and its patient.
And back into the Bravo, 0 go from here.
That was my head. And so with that, well, I did have one other obligation here, and that is to show you the Reunion Tower in downtown Dallas. It's a tower with a round ball on top of its head, or on top of it. And it's lit up in multiple colors. I think it's got the, looks like it's got the Texas Rangers logo going on there. So that's Reunion Tower, which is at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Dallas. And there's the big T for Texas. Perhaps they've won tonight. But anyway, that's a very, it's a landmark in downtown Dallas. It's been around since the mid-70s, I believe. And it used to be right next to Reunion Arena, where the Dallas Mavericks and the Dallas Stars played, but that has long since been torn down. And there's James M, who asked for that shot. Thanks for remembering. Looks great. Yeah, originally it was outlined in just amber lights, but in recent years they upgraded to multicolor LED LEDs.
Are you going on your own, or do you want to talk to the point?
So Peter says the Rangers did win, and Leroy Harris says they beat the Braves in Arlington tonight, 6-5.
From your register terminated. Keep the code, and you can stay on this frequency.
Okay, so that's going to conclude our
After that, radar service terminated.
broadcast tonight. Let's have a little bit of upbeat music if I can find it here on my pad. Is that it there? Yes. I don't think we've played this one yet. So there you go. That's Runway DFW for another night, this time from Dallas Love Field. Thank you to our channel sponsor, James Webb. Thank you so much to our mods who are with us tonight, making sure that it was a nice broadcast for everybody to watch. Thanks to all of our channel members, obviously. Thanks to our subscribers. And thank you to everybody who contributed a super chat during the evening. And if you're just watching and you don't know what this is and you just kind of stumbled onto us, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll come back next time. We're normally here on Saturdays, Saturday nights, or Saturday afternoons, sometime on Saturday. We are here on Tuesdays and Thursdays generally, but keep your notification bell activated for all the updates. And we'll see you again soon on Runway DFW. Runway DFW Chat Extravaganza is coming up next. Thank you again for watching.
Gotcha, okay. No traffic observed over Addison or inbound. Exiting class level 1 mile, register terminus clock P4 for UV change to advisory frequency is approved. To that was block VFR and over to 126.0. is open. Charlie Delta in, monitor ground today.
That's monitor ground, that's where it's 1 second.
Well, I'm sure you saw that I moved our behind-the-scenes camera so you get the big picture of everything that's going on here for safety reasons. The rest of the stuff I have to take down after we go off the air because I can't do it. Everything, I got to turn stuff off now, and that will make it so you can't see this picture anymore. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We are so glad you could hang out with us here at Dallas Love Field tonight. We should be back at DFW Airport on Tuesday evening for our regular After Dark broadcast. But keep your notification bells activated after we play this jingle. Keep your notification bells activated so that you will know when our next broadcast is indeed coming up. I'm going to stay on the air because I see a car coming this way. I know it's turning. Okay. Just want to make sure. Safety and everything. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon on Runway DFW.
Acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.
Thank you.